It's going well, but I've run out, and I've run out completely, and it's just like back, just like the old days. So if you wouldn't mind writing me a script for some more, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, we can do that, but just tell me, how soon did it take to come back? Did it come back straight away, or a few days, or what?
Started to slowly come back. Like, I just noticed it like the next morning when I should have been taking one. It was quite a bit worse, and now, like, that was yesterday, and so that's been 48 hours, and we're back.
Pretty miserable again. Back to square one?
Yep.
Yeah. So what we do find is those tablets really are effective at controlling that indigestion.
Oh, they are. They were miraculous when
Yeah. The trouble with the medication is, do you want to keep taking tablets forever?
if they work.
Well, tablets aren't always safe to use in the long term. There are a few problems with using Nexium in the long term.
Like what?
Well, things we've found about the Nexium, the first one is that actually, Nexium might be the reason you're getting your indigestion back.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me at all, because I was getting the indigestion before I had Nexium, so how do you explain that?
So what happens is you get indigestion, and typically an indigestion illness will last a month or two, and then it goes away. When you take the Nexium, it's really good at suppressing that acid. But what happens is when you stop taking the tablets, the acid bounces back with vengeance. So it's because
What's
you're
happening?
taking the tablet, the indigestion's 1,000 times worse now. The problem with that rebound is that, we can actually fix it though, but the way you manage it is by not just stopping the tablets dead.
Well, I ran out. That's that was. I just got busy and ran out. But as long as look, to me, I know that it works, and I'm really happy for it to work. I'm sure the side effects can't be that bad, because you wouldn't be writing scripts for it if they were.
Well, tablets are okay in the short term, but they can produce long-term problems. The obvious one for you is this possible rebound indigestion you're getting, but over the next few years.
But that doesn't make sense. Sorry to interrupt, but when you say rebound indigestion, if I don't stop taking it, I'm not going to get rebound indigestion.
Yeah, you can avoid that if you want to.
How?
So what you do is, instead of just stopping the tablets dead, you halve the dose. Often you need a bigger dose when you first start the treatment to get the symptoms under control, to heal the ulcers and inflammation that are in your gullet.
Oh, I see.
But then once they've healed up, you can reduce the dose, and actually many people can even stop the tablets.
Really?
But you've got to avoid that rebound indigestion problem.
Yeah.
I guess one of the reasons we like to stop the tablets or recommend stopping them is that there are potentially some long-term complications that we are now finding when you use Nexium over months and years. So, for example, food poisoning. You're more likely to get vomiting and diarrhea if you're taking Nexium on a regular basis. I guess the longer term problem that worries us now is that people who've been taking Nexium for years seem to have problems with their bones, more likely to get broken bones, hip fractures.
So what are you suggesting?
Well, did you find any other things that tended to set your indigestion sort of symptoms off? Any sort of things you did in your life?
Well, I didn't get them while I was taking the Nexium, but as I said in our first, when I first came and saw you, it tended to be all the good things, like having a beer, coffee, a pie, safe, pie at the footy or something.
Yeah, those are the classic things, isn't it? Look, there's a medium course between, taking the full dose tablets and taking none. Why don't we just say, try reducing the dose at half and see if it controls your symptoms well.
I'll give that a try.
If you look at people who've got reflux over the long term, about 1/3 of people can get completely off their tablets and remain reflux free.
Oh, I'll give that a try.
Be a great place to be.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. Let's work on that, shall we?
All right.
I'll give you a script for the half-dose tablets, and then we'll just see if we can steadily reduce the dose and find a dose that works for you, and that dose may be no tablets at all.
But if I'm feeling crook on the half dose, can I take 2 of them?
You could boost the dose for a short period of time, or you could even, probably would work better if you even had some Mylanta tablets and just took one of those. Because the thing about the Nexium is it doesn't really treat indigestion immediately. Not like an antacid, it works slowly.
Right.
And so if you need something now for indigestion, you're better to keep some Mylanta in your pocket than Nexium.
Okay, I'll get some on the way out.
I can give you a script for that, mate.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll give you the half-size tablets, okay?
All right, let's
Sound
do
good?
that. Yep.
Okay, let's go for it. It's really hard to convince a patient like David, who's had a really good response to his Nexium, that he should consider stopping it. The things that I've found effective in assisting David into making that decision is that sometimes just reducing the dose by itself may still allow him to have good control of his indigestion. Sometimes you can even stop it. I tell them about the rebound hyperacidity, which is a consequence of stopping the medication suddenly. The long-term effects often are a convincing factor for patients as well. The opportunity of breaking your leg at an older age because you've been taking Nexium in the long term is something that most patients want to avoid. It's usually a combination of those bits of advice plus some lifestyle advice that will get the Daves of this world to stop taking the medication or at least consider it.
Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. I just thought I was going to come out with another script, and it was actually pretty good. Because, you know, finding out that I might actually be getting better, and I might have started to cure myself, and I might be able to get off the drugs altogether, I thought that was kind of encouraging, really. And it's good because, you know, I do want to avoid those long-term problems if I can, and the fact that, you know, there were some good strategies there, like the fact that I can use my Lanta as a bit of a patch or a stopgap sort of thing if it does flare up. So yeah, I'm going to give it a crack.